The shocking rise of Shedeur Sanders, from draft drama to potential NFL starter. Shedeur Sanders' NFL draft journey turned into one of the most unpredictable sagas in recent memory. Once considered a potential first-round pick, Sanders suddenly found himself free-falling through the draft. His name was surrounded by controversy, with insiders labeling his attitude shocking and criticizing his lack of self-awareness. But then came an unexpected twist. The Cleveland Browns made the call. According to multiple reports, the Browns GM wasn't sold on Sanders, and many league executives voiced concerns about his interviews and off-field presence. But owner Jimmy Haslam overruled everyone. His directive was clear: we're taking Prime's son. The decision sent shockwaves through NFL circles. Behind the scenes, stories began emerging. Sanders had reportedly sandbagged interviews, walking into meetings with billion-dollar franchises and laying down ultimatums like, if you're not trying to change the culture, don't draft me. One former NFL quarterback coach described the feedback on Shedeur as not concerning, shocking. It didn't help that Shedeur's father, Deion Sanders, took a strong stance during Super Bowl week, telling media that they would not play for just any team. That boldness might have backfired. Shedeur wasn't viewed as a generational talent like his father. NFL scouts questioned his arm strength, mobility, and now his professionalism. One executive even said, if he doesn't go in the first 6 to 8 picks of the second round, teams will see him as a backup. And no team wants a celebrity backup, a label that once plagued Tim Tebow's career. Still, Jimmy Haslam saw opportunity. The Browns already had Deshaun Watson and had picked up another quarterback. But for Haslam, the Sanders pick wasn't about football. It was about business, headlines, jersey sales, and hype. Their GM, Andrew, belied his discomfort. In a post-draft press conference, his explanation was vague at best. Once it got to a point where it felt like a steep discount, we felt it made sense. Analysts saw it differently. This was ownership interference. And now, to the surprise of many, Shedeur Sanders might actually get the starting job. Cleveland's quarterback room is uninspiring, and Deshaun Watson's performance has been a mess. Suddenly, the kid no one wanted could be starting games in the AFC North against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. NFL insiders are fuming. How did a player dubbed as unprofessional and toxic suddenly become a real option under center? It goes deeper. NFL analyst Daniel Jeremiah compared Sanders to Kenny Pickett, a player the Steelers just moved on from. That likely scared Pittsburgh away. And perhaps no one told Deion the hard truth, that Shedeur wasn't a sure thing. Still, Haslam bet big. If Sanders fails, the critics will be proven right. But if he succeeds, if he starts and wins games, every team that passed on him will have to answer why. This is more than a football story. It's a cultural flashpoint. Old school versus new school, legacy versus merit, attitude versus humility. The stakes are massive. Because if Shedeur Sanders balls out, it changes everything. Not just for him, but for how the NFL views outspoken, unconventional talents. So buckle up. The Shedeur Sanders saga is just beginning. Whether it ends in glory or disaster, one thing is certain: we'll all be watching.